Hey, what's up guys, it's Apollo Uchiha here and welcome back to my channel. Today I am back with a new short movie. The name of this short movie is What If Naruto, a Dream Turned into Reality. And yeah guys, it is an unscripted short movie and my own idea. Now before continuing this, make sure to leave a like and subscribe to my channel and follow me on my other channels as well. And yeah, I was getting a bit tired of, all the dark what ifs, so for a change I decided to make something good. So I hope you guys enjoy this. So without any further ado, let's begin with our today's short movie. Our story begins in Konoha Gakure no Sato, 10 years after the Kyuubi's defeat. It has been 10 years since the Kyuubi no Yoko was defeated and killed by the 4th Hokage. Fighting besides him were a lot of shinobis and konoichis from the village, and most of them have lost their lives fighting the said monster so the rest of the village could survive. It was evening in the said village, almost nighttime, as the sun already was setting and disappearing as the moon was rising. The lights that were placed there in honor for the people lit up as people begin to move from their houses to the streets as whole families to celebrate and to commemorate those who have lost their lives. While many kids celebrated, the elder people reminisced. Most of them did. Some of them drowned themselves in sorrow while the others still held a grudge. This was the situation in Konoha, mostly all except for one, who was currently seated inside the Ichiraku ramen stand, enjoying his 10th birthday supposedly. Naruto Uzumaki, a resident orphan child of Konoha who lived alone in an apartment complex on the darker side of Konoha's, was there, and there to celebrate all on his own, with his favorite food, ramen. But as he ordered the first bowl, a lot of families came in, and one of them had brought a child with them, a child similar to his age, and they happened to sat in front of him near the booth while he was seated on a stool, enjoying his meal. Or so he thought so. For the past 10 minutes, Naruto continued to steal glances at them as their food was ordered and brought, and even they began to feed their child while patting him on the back, blowing the steam off his noodles and whatnot. Naruto looked down at his own bowl and his own noodles that were still held high into the chopsticks. He sighed and continued to eat slowly. As soon as he was about to finish the bowl, after what seemingly looked like half an hour, the proprietor of the shop, Tenoichi, arrived. Hey there, kid. What's wrong with you? It's almost been a while since you ordered the next bowl. Tell you what, since it's your birthday and I'm kind of feeling generous today, how about I give you a bowl of ramen? A big size one. Yeah. So, which one would you like? Pork belly, Naruto, or is it miso ramen again? I don't think I don't want to eat more, said Naruto, shocking the man in front. Wait, what? Are you alright, Naruto? Is everything fine? Are you sick? No, I'm not. It's just as Naruto quickly glanced towards the couple and their son before looking down. Yeah, I'm fine. It's just I'm exhausted," said Naruto with a smile. "Here, that's your pay, old man. Maybe next time." Naruto turned and began to leave, after saying goodbye to him and his daughter, who he ran the stall with, as Ayame, the said man's daughter, came in front, wiping her hands from washing the dishes that were behind. "Is everything alright though, son? Why did Naruto leave so early? I don't remember giving him the ramen anymore." "Did he even eat?" "Yeah, he did. But look, with bit of noodles and miso ramen is left." "Huh, that's weird. Is he not feeling well?" questioned Ayame as Tenoichi looked down and then towards the place where Naruto glanced at and realized. "I think the boy wants to be alone tonight. He is a jolly person. God knows what happened to him," said Ayame as she was in deep thought, as Tenoichi just sighed. While on the other side with Naruto, he continued to walk, both of his hands inside the pockets of his hoodie, as he stole glances left and right wherever he saw. There were kids riding the shoulders of their father or being lifted up by both hands of their parents and walked along laughing and chuckling with different toys as well as different sorts of things in their hands, like a true loving family. Naruto stole glances and looked down. His heart began to feel heavy, and as he stopped in front of his apartment, whom he did not know how he get there, suddenly a tear fell because his vision got blurry. As Naruto's eyes widened as he quickly opened the door and slammed it shut after entering, and there he slumped down, breaking down because no matter how much hard he tried to hide it, he was still a kid, an orphan, and like any other child in the world, all he wanted was a family, someone to love him. He knew there were people who he could trust, but they were different. He wanted parents, and he knew he couldn't have them. Unlike the other orphans, he was somehow worse, treated worse, because he was hated by the whole village, considered a pariah, and because of that, no matter how much he tried, he couldn't get anyone. Naruto let out a sigh as more tears fell down. Naruto knew that it was pointless, but he continued to hope that maybe, just maybe someday, as getting up after comforting himself, because that is all he could do, and when you're alone in this world, he went straight towards his bed and slumped down on it, and rested for the whole night. The next day arrived. As soon as it did, Naruto felt a bit hungry, and decided why not go and have a breakfast with his Gigi, the Hokage of the said village, Hiruzen Sarutobi. Naruto locked his home and began to walk there. And during his walk, he happened to pass by the market where he saw a man seated there alone, onto the ground, something he hasn't seen in quite a while now. And in front of him were a lot of necklaces, amulets, and whatnot. And the man looked sad, almost frowning. Naruto usually would have ignored this because that is how life was. I mean, it wasn't fair to anyone, but Naruto sighed. Maybe it's because of yesterday night I'm feeling like this. Oh well, thought Naruto to himself as he arrived to where the man was. Is everything alright? No, said the man looking towards him. Everything is not fine, kid. I spent all my life savings on this. I have kids and wife at home. If nobody buys my stuff, then what am I going to do? I tried to sell these things to the people. I told them they're valuables, but they laughed at my face and told me to get lost. All I can do is just pray that some kind man buys something. At least one thing for me so that I can go and have something for my kids tonight. Sighed Naruto. He himself was an orphan, and he invaded those kids that this man was, well, this much sad for. Maybe if he had parents. As Naruto then shrugged and looked at the man. Fine, I'll buy something from you. What would you like to buy? Are you sure? Of course. I decided to help you, so I'm gonna buy some stuff. It's better than begging, at least, what you're doing. Really? Thank you. Thank you so much. As Naruto began to look. Do you find anything? I can't decide. How about that blue one? That blue stone? No, I don't think that is a fit for you. What? What do you mean? And how about this red one? No, that's not fit for you as well. Tell you what, I have something from you, said the man as he went for his pouch and brought out a blue amulet. As a huge blue stone was at the center with a small chain that could be tied around the neck. What is this? I'm not a girl. It's not something that only ladies can wear. It's an amulet. It's said to be carved from a stone that brought luck to the whole villages that surrounded it, and is said to have been the only one left. It's from the far west, beyond the seas, an elemental nation, and has been brought here through the seas. It has many stories around it. Some says that it can grant a wish before it cracks and disappears. What? The blueness disappears. It turns pitch black after a cracks appear when the wish is granted. But the only condition is that you have to request for a wish that you truly want from the bottom of your heart. You think I would buy something like that? Seriously, old man. I told you it would be, well, quite helpful, but I guess I understand. I expected too much. No, I am going to buy it. How much is it? Since I decided to help you, I will not back down, because that isn't who Naruto Uzumaki is. Nice name, kid. Well, it's 10,000 Ryus. 10,000? Wow, that expensive? Yes, it is. After all, it's quite expensive. Since you're a nice kid, I'm giving you a discount. Usually it goes around for 1 million. 1 million, you say, but you know what? Fine. I have decided to help you. Oh man, this is all that I have, said Naruto, as inside his toad wallet was 11,000 Ryu. So Naruto brought all of it out and said, "Here, it's 1,000 extra. Just buy yourself a ride back home so that at least you have the whole money for them and for yourself." Really? Thank you. Thank you so much, kid. You you don't know how much you helped me out. Thank you so much. Maybe Kami will grant your wish and you will finally have what you desire. Yeah, I hope so. As Naruto saw the man pack his stuff, thank him again by bowing as Naruto held him up and left. As Naruto turned around, well, there goes the rest of the month's budget. I'll go and ask Gigi if he can give me something. And so Naruto then continued to make his way towards Hiruzen Sarutobi's office. As Naruto arrived there, he knocked onto the door, and after the voice came in about him to be let in, Naruto came inside. And there found Hiruzen Sarutobi seated on side the Hokage desk, finishing his paperwork and putting it in order. Ah, Naruto, what can I do for you? I'm actually out of money. Money? But I thought that you had funds. I did, but I... You did what, Naruto? Did you bought more pranking stuff? I told you I won't help you if you did. No, I didn't, okay? It's just... I might have helped someone out. Help someone out, said Hiruzen as he stood up. What did you do? I bought this amulet for 11,000 Ryus. The man was in need of help and crying, so I kinda bought it from him. He said that he had kids and wife to feed. Naruto, those peoples are scammers. They come from different parts of the elemental nation here, selling weird stuff, saying that it's magical and powerful and healing property. But nothing of that ever happens. You've been just scammed, my dear boy. Oh, is that so? Yes, where did you met this person? He already left. Maybe he will be at the gates of Konoha by now. Let's hurry. And so, both of them arrived there only to find that nobody was. Hiruzen was sent out en busque to search, but nothing was found. As after an hour of this scenario, we see both of them back in the Hokage office. You need to be more careful, Naruto. I'm sorry, Gigi. I really thought I was helping someone. Fine. At least you understand that this is wrong, and you only wanted to make a good impression and did it with good intention. I forgive you. This is 20,000 Ryus, Naruto. This was supposed to be your next month's money, but I'm giving you it now. Next month I will give you a bit more from my own budget, not from Konoha's. Thank you, Gigi. I'm gonna make sure that nothing ever happens like this again. As both Hiruzen and Naruto looked towards one another, as Naruto smiled and said goodbye and left. This kid, said Hiruzen to himself, slumping down into his chair. Whenever, even if he tries to do something good, something bad happens to him. I just hope and wish that something good happens to him for a change. As Naruto, with the newfound money, finally arrived home and looked at the amulet that he had bought, he wore it around his neck, rolling his eyes, saying that he had bought it, so why not just put it to good use and wear it? And while laying down on the bed, it was evening, he began to look at the ceiling and began to go to sleep. Naruto heard the words from the man and remembered them. "You can make any wish that you wish from the bottom of your heart come true." Remembering those words, Naruto instinctively grabbed with one hand the amulet, the stone, and gripped it tightly into a fist and closed his eyes. "I wish that my parents would come back so we could be a family again. Just want a family." And with that, he closed his eyes and went to sleep, holding on to the amulet. Unbeknownst to him, the amulet blue color began to turn black as cracks visibly appeared. That night, Konoha and Naruto didn't realize what has happened, as the said merchant who had sold the Naruto that amulet arrived far away and smiled as he morphed into a woman who was wearing white robes, as two more appeared from blinding light. One was wearing pitch black clothes while the other one gray. "Kami, what is the meaning of this? Why have you made a contract with the child and allowed the two souls that I made contract with to roam free?" "I gave him something that the boy would love, and that is his family back. You know that boy is the child of prophecy, and we are not allowed to meddle in his life. He has some duties to fulfill, Kami," said Yami. "I know, sisters, but I couldn't let him be this sad. The boy each year goes to the shrine of mine and yours and requests only one thing. And he requests so with good heart. He really is desperate for a family. And I can't stand it, because he has continuously asked for the same thing since he was 3. It was needed to be done." And so, with that, the 3 goddesses disappeared, as both the souls that were taken from the Shinigami were able to break free, and where their bodies were buried, suddenly huge light exploded, their graves exploded, and the coffin rose on their own. The skins that turned into bones began to regrow, and they were back to their selves as if they were when before their death. As the souls entered within them, as with a gasp of fresh air, both of them opened their eyes and knew what to do. They took a step outside and glanced at one another. "Shina, Minato, Naruto, we have to get him." And so, Minato remembered a small tag that he had placed on Naruto in case anything happened before the sealing process. Using the flying Raijin technique, he got to the apartment where Naruto was resting. Both of the parents arrived there only to find a small cramped apartment that was run down, and there, sleeping on a single small bed, was Naruto, hugging himself and his knees in his sleep, and dry tear marks on each side of his eye. In one of his hands, it was clutched to his chest. Kushina looked at her child and almost wanted to wake him, as Minato stopped. "Why is he like this?" As Kushina then said, "Does it matter? We're here. We have to." "No, Kushina. First we need answers. I'm gonna go get them. Stay here and make something for him, because he's gonna need it." As Kushina understood what Minato meant, and so he arrived inside the Hokage office. And as soon as he did, in his tattered clothes in which he was buried in, bare feet, Hiruzen Sarutobi had a heart attack. "Minato! How is this? Is this a ghost? Is this your spirit? I'm really here, Hiruzen-sama. I need answers. Why is my son living like a common man? You know the wealth we left for him. You know that he is the heir to the Uzumaki clan, and also my own heir. How is this possible? Answer my question first, please," demanded Minato. "It was done to keep him safe." "How?" As Hiruzen sighed and began to tell everything that he has done. And after listening for what seemingly looked like an hour, Hiruzen was stopped as Minato raised his hand. I still don't understand why you haven't told him who we are. He's a kid. We could not have taken a chances. What if in his anger he would have blurted that out? You have to convince him we are his parents. I left Kushina back there, into his apartment. But how did you even find him? I left a slang writing tag onto him when I brought him to be made into a Jinchuriki. I see. Everything will be done, Minato. How about you go and freshen up? I'll go fetch you some clothes as well. Please do. We need you there tomorrow so that Naruto can realize who we are. And we don't want him to be scared. It will be done. And so Minato returned back, as Hiruzen slumped down, clutching his head because it hurted. Because Minato has explained that he has just been revived, out of nowhere. And the first thing he did was to find Naruto and question him why was his son living in such a bad condition. Oh dear Kami. A storm is coming. Please, let it settle down before it destroys everything. As the next morning came, Naruto began to stir awake, but to the smell of a home-cooked meal. As he heard a sizzling sound, Naruto, who was on high alert because this was his apartment and he was an orphan living alone, got up to his feet and came towards the kitchen, where he found a red-haired woman turned and using his stove to cook something. "Who are you?" said Naruto. As the woman stopped and turned, "It's me, son." "Your mother." Naruto's eyes widened for a bit before they narrowed. "You're lying. I'm an orphan. You can't be my mother. Who are you?" As that is when Naruto saw someone who he recognized instantly. The fourth. "You're Lord Fourth. How is this?" "Calm down, son. This is not a dream. We are here because we wanted to see you, and you wished us to be here." Naruto's eyes widened. "But I wished for a family," Naruto said as he remembered last night what he had said. As flashbacks came, and then in the present he gasped and looked towards the amulet, where he saw the blue light was gone. It was pitch black now, and there were cracks upon it. So it did work. It was real. The blue amulet that the man sold me was real. I got my family back. So you really are my parents? Yes, you really are your parents, son. We don't have any reason to lie. As there was a knock on the door, as Naruto became scared and asked, "Who is it?" "It's me, Naruto." "Oh no, it's Gigi. You have to hide. What if he sees you?" "It's fine, Naruto. He knows." And Naruto was even more confused as he opened the door to find Hiruzen there. The lot of scrolls. After he placed them down, he then said, "Right. Before that," said Kushina as he brought in breakfast for Naruto. "Here you go, son." "What is this?" "Your breakfast. I cooked you some eggs, bacon, as well as some toasts. Have it." And so Naruto began to eat it, and as soon as he took a first bite, he almost looked like he wanted to break down. "How is it?" said Kushina, with a bit of tears in her eyes that were unshed. It's good," said Naruto as he had a hard time chewing on the food because for the first time he realized he was eating a meal that was home cooked by his own mother. Something that he hasn't done the whole life. And the whole meal he enjoyed with tears, saying with each bite that it was the most tastiest and delicious breakfast that he ever had. While Kushina stood there with a smile on her face of her own, as Minato closed his eyes, hiding his own pain and tears, because they were able to see just how much of pain their son has lived in. Hiruzen also looked a bit guilty. "Naruto, I'm here to give you your belt, your rightful everything. Since your parents are declared dead by Konoha, their arrival could raise so many questions. In the meantime, they have to stay hidden. You can go and live into their home that they have built for you. Your heritage will be revealed soon after, in the evening. So come to the Hokage office then. And so, after Hiruzen left, leaving the family to give them some time, Naruto was seated there, wiping his eyes. He really had the best breakfast ever. I'll cook you as much as you want from now on, Naruto. Yeah, son. I said Minato as he went to one of his knees and placed both of his hands on Naruto's shoulder. I am the reason you're like this. The villagers hating you, you being called pariah and all that, it's my fault. I am so sorry. If I knew this would have happened, I would have never sealed the QB within you. As Naruto hugged his father, it doesn't matter. I always wanted a family and I have it. That is all there is to it. I forgive you. As Minato began to cry because his son easily forgave him. And Minato, he knew that it would take a long time for himself to forgive himself. So, the whole afternoon they packed Naruto's stuff, which was bare minimum, and went towards their home. As soon as they arrived, Minato was able to get in easily, and so was Kushina. As Naruto stood there, as Minato and Kushina turned back and looked at him, son, this is my home, huh? Our home. Yes, come in. As Naruto finally set a foot in and smiled, and then said, I'm home. As Minato and Kushina realized what that meant, welcome home, son. Come in. As Naruto closed the door shut and Naruto came inside for the first time in his own home. The one that he always imagined, where his family and he would live, they would be happy, and life would be good. Such a simple dream and yet such a big thing for him. And now it was here and he couldn't believe it. If this is a dream, said Naruto sitting in the living area, I don't want to wake up from it. It's not a dream, son, said Minato, placing a hand, a firm one, on Naruto's shoulder. It's reality. And we're here with you, as you are with us. And so, finally the evening came, as Naruto was there, at the Hokage Tower, where Hiruzen was waiting for him, as Minato and Kushina arrived in robed clothes. Ah, good you're here too as well. Naruto, it would be wise to not reveal your parents yet, because that would be a huge shock. Okay, I guess. And so, Hiruzen began, Gentlemen and ladies, everyone, I am very, very grateful that you are here. The announcement is important and necessary because it is about an important figure that has been kept secret from you all. As everyone began to murmur and look up in silence. It's about the legacy of Minato Namikaze, the fourth Hokage, and the legacy of our allies, Uzumaki's. We both are aware that Minato and Kushina both were dating and were getting married. The truth is they did. And before the QB attack. They also were able to have a child on the night of the QB attack. The child was used to be made into the Jinchuriki, who is known to be as the warden of the QB. Now, if many of you are already aware and grasping the similarities, that's good. But for those who are not, please everyone meet the heir to the Uzumaki clan as well as the legacy of our fourth Hokage, his son, Naruto Uzumaki Namikaze. As Naruto took steps forward, as everyone gasped, many of the people who knew Naruto looked down and smiled and realized that they were doing their best, living by the code of the Field of Fire, such as Tenoichi and Ayame. As for the rest, they were shocked, baffled, because their own Hokage was telling them this in front of the whole village, that the boy that they hated on, the boy that they claimed to be the demon, was in fact the boy of their hero and savior, who sacrificed himself and the boy's life to protect them. And Naruto still was by holding off the QB, and that made them realize one thing of what they have done and the guilt that followed suit. People in lines bowed down and in unison yelled, "We apologize." We are sorry for what we have done. We beg for your forgiveness. As Naruto was in shock, overwhelming shock, because he has never expected this from the villagers. He knew they would give him respect when the time goes by, but this was unexpected. He had never expected this to happen. I Go on, Naruto. I forgive you all. That Naruto, because he didn't care much about what people thought from the beginning, so it didn't matter to him. As Naruto was finally accepted, as everyone cheered for him, as Naruto looked towards Hiruzen and smiled. Thank you, Titi. No, son. You should thank them. And thank the person who gave you that amulet. Yeah. Where is it, by the way? It's back at home. I framed it and kept it there in my new room. Because that amulet means a lot to me. If I can meet that person, I'll be really glad and thank him, because he really has some great stuff. As Naruto then turned and went towards his family to hug them. And so the three of them left. After that announcement, within a week or so, the announcement spread like wildfire everywhere. The enemy villages like Kumo and Iwa, at first they wanted to attack, they wanted to take revenge, but something changed. They changed their mind. As Oniki addressed his people, "My people, I have a question for you. I have been thinking long and hard. We lost so many to Minato no Mikaze. So many. But does his son, who has lived a life as an orphan and only now has realized who he is, truly deserves that? Or the punishment for his parents' crime? I don't think so. We should not punish any child for the crimes of his parents. The child, he is innocent, and we will not harm an innocent life. When we said we would not allow any of us ourselves to get harmed, we meant it. And we meant those as well who were powerless. That child is powerless. He is innocent, lived a hard life. That is more than enough." As same could be said for Kumo, as the other villages didn't take it quite well, but they had to accept it with a grave grain of salt. While in Amegakure, an organization was gritting their teeth, clutching their pearls more like it. Akatsuki. The organization made up of all the S-rank missing nins, including Orochimaru from Konoha, and their leader, Pain, or the real leader, as one can say, Tobi or Madara. "I heard the news of what has happened in Konoha. This is quite dire situation we're in. We need to come up with a plan that will destroy all that is happening in Konoha and the rest of the elemental nation. What is going on?" As Zetsu then replied to Deidara, "It's simple. We expected after the announcement that the villages such as Iwa and Kumo would react and attack. Not just accept it and do a whole speech on why they shouldn't kill the child. While the other villages accepted it with a grain of salt, they just let it go and happen because they were too busy with their own internal deals. And because of that, now there is a grave threat. The situation might be moving towards peace. But isn't it good?" said Pain. "In this way, we won't have to do what we are bound to do." "No, that is the only solution." As Orochimaru raised an eyebrow because Madara said these words, "All you see is fake. The reality at the bottom end is there will be war. There always have been. Let's just give them time and see." While this was going on, these sudden changes were being observed by Kami, Yami, and Shinigami as Kami smiled again. As Yami and Shinigami arrived, "What have you done again, sister?" "I tempered with the timeline a bit." "Why?" "Because I cannot let this child get hurt. He's just such a nice child." "You care about him?" Yes, I do. He is, I guess, his soul was created with a part of my essence before It was granted to these two mortals. Maybe I think in a sense he is my son. He is not your son. He is a human and son of Minato and Kushina. I don't know. But I don't care. Because I want him to be safe and happy. And if that means I will myself get involved breaking the ancient laws and rules, I will do them. As both the other sisters gasped, we won't allow you to do that. Because if you do, then there will be no balance restored. Remember that, sister. That is why I'm not interfering directly. I'm just changing people's hearts. The rest is their own doing. Then what are you gonna do about the Akatsuki? Make them find out who Zetsu really is? That's a good idea. As that is what immediately happened. Kami snapped her fingers and Zetsu's truth was revealed in front of the whole Akatsuki that night. As one by one the each member began to pass through his room and he was seen talking to someone and overgoing the whole plan. The first person to listen was Obito himself, and following after them was the rest of the Akatsuki. In the speech that he was doing with his own self, the monologue, he blabbered about the sons of the sage and how he manipulated them first, and from there the clan warring era was brought, and from there a lot of life and that situation happened that he caused even the wars that he was behind up until now, as he was the one using all of them as pawns to free his mother, Kaguya Otsutsuki, the true heirs to chakra, as all of them were beyond pissed. And what did they do? They attacked and brutally murdered Zetsu and destroyed the Geromazo by sending it to the pits of hell through the portal technique from the Rinnegan. After all that was done, the Akatsuki was disbanded. And so, the threat before it even became threat came to an end because of the interference of the Kami. All because she began to like Naruto and see him as a son of her own. As Yami and Shinigami over time realized that their sister might really be infected with love. Love for a human boy who she thinks is her son. Kami, this needs to end. That boy is going to pay a lot because of you corrupting you. He hasn't done anything. Then stop interfering. I won't. I promise from now on I won't. I'm gonna just observe his life. This was done so that he won't have to feel any more sorrow, sadness ever again. Whatever wars they fight, wherever skirmishes they happen from now on, it is up to them. The Otsutsuki threats have been wiped out. I know such is life, that he must live by it, but I couldn't just have left him. That boy has gone through a lot. Then there are a lot others. What about them? Why is he so special? Because he has a part of my soul. I accidentally mixed my essence, I told you. I am not lying. I have no reason to lie to. I am telling you the truth, and that is all. Fine. If you believe him to be your son, then you must wait. Wait for him to come here and then accept you as his mother. And us as his aunts, said Yami, as Shinigami looked towards her, as did Kami. What? I said the right thing. Aren't we going to be his aunts? Yes. Yes, you two will be. As now we go towards Naruto, who was having the time of his life. Going to the Shinobi Academy, working hard, returning home, and laughing with his family while playing games with them, which were board games, card games, shogi, and just sitting together and having fun, like normal family. And that meant world to Naruto, because he went from a boy who wanted just a family, someone there to be for him, to love him, to the boy who had it all. An orphan boy who had it all. And that is why Naruto decided to help those out who were in need from then on, because he knew when that person was in need, a blessing came to him. Biggest one that he could ever imagine. Maybe helping the others would bring more blessings to him. And in this way, he continued to do good and not only won over Konoha, but this way, Land of Fire and the other elemental nations begin to draw attention as well and begin to know about him. That in Konoha lives a boy who is almost at the status of a saint, and because of him alone, the other villages begin to respect Konoha. and made sure that nobody attacked the boy's home as long as he remained. And even then, relations between the Kages begin to grow and better themselves, as every one of the elemental nations begin to move towards peace instead of war. As this is where I will be leaving the short movie off, guys. I know it's kind of weird, but at the same time, quite slice of life. Like, the truth is, I'm kind of tired of making the, um, dark stories for the time being, and for a change, wanted to make something quite nice. So I hope you guys enjoyed this one, and if you did, then make sure to leave a like and subscribe to my channel, and follow me on my other channels as well. As this is Apollo Uchiha, and I'm signing off for the day. Peace.